After a day of violence and arrests, St. Louis County remains in a state of emergency right now.
Well, last night, shots were fired during a protest in Ferguson, sending people running for cover.
Then today, police arrested protesters after they surrounded a federal courthouse, crossing police barriers.
Well, traffic also coming to a standstill on I-70 after some protesters blocked the highway during rush hour. 41 Action News reporter Shannon Halligan is in Ferguson right now for us. And we're also hearing that there are some groups gathering there tonight. What's the scene like, Shannon?
Yeah, well, there's definitely a divide between police officers and protesters here tonight. Police officers are lined up on the east side of West Florissant Avenue here, with protesters clustered on the west side. We've seen Missouri Highway Patrol and St. Louis County Police and a couple of Ferguson police officers here. Earlier today, as you mentioned, St. Louis County declared a state of emergency, and that means the St. Louis County Police Chief will take over emergency operations here in Ferguson. So far, we haven't seen any major disturbances, just a couple of people drive by with people hanging out of the cars. Now, the west side over there in the corner, that's where the shooting started yesterday, and that person ran across the street here, and that's where police eventually shot him, and he has since been charged with shooting at police. Now, organizers today called today the National Day of Civil Disobedience. Earlier, 56 people were arrested outside the courthouse, and there were more arrests for people blocking traffic on I-70. Now, last night, protesters seemed much more aggressive towards police, walking toward law enforcement, as well as yelling in their face. As you can see, we're starting to see a little bit of movement here surrounding this car on West Florissant Avenue with the flag waving outside of it. Starting to see a little more movement than we've seen so far this evening. And up until this point, it was much more mellow. As you can hear, I want you to listen for a moment. You could hear the honking of that horn. Looks like they're starting to move south on West Florissant Avenue right now. Looks like they are pretty much more organized. Not sure if they're going to confront police, but as I said, up until this point, it was much more mellow.